Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon. Thank you for coming. We got a very packed agenda today. Of course, Timothy Mitchum is here. And if you watched Ellen yesterday, you saw him on national television. He's here at the City Hall atrium today. We're very excited. Now, a couple announcements to make before the mayor comes up. As you know, it's Black History Month, and there's a lot of events that are going on. The Black Heritage Gala this Saturday, February 16th. You missed your opportunity. It is sold out. Awesome. How about that? Sold out. But there's lots of other events to take care of during the Black History Month. We have storytelling Thursday, February 21st, next Thursday, 1 to 2 p.m. in City Hall chambers and City Council chambers. Enjoy 1 hour of Black Heritage storytelling. There's a Heritage Concert, and that's next Saturday, February 23rd, at 6 p.m. at the Memorial AME Zion Church at 549 Clarissa Street. The Book Club, Thursday and February 28th, 6 p.m., the Gallery 1 Fine Arts, that's 36 West Main. An annual food tasting, don't miss that. If you're going to take a day off work, don't make it the February 29th on Friday. 5:30 p.m., City Hall atrium right here, African-American recipes. It is a fantastic event. And with that, we have a lot to get going to. Here's the mayor of the city of Rochester, Robert Duffy.
Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome. The very first thing we have today is a very special treat in honor of Black History Month. We have Francis here, who I'm going to bring out in a minute, with the African Caribbean Dance Ensemble. I want to have you guys come out and get a round of applause. And I want to welcome Francis and his group. These are professional women who've had, some very little dance training, but this is a labor of love for them. And they're going to do a number in the very beginning and a number at the very end. And we welcome them and greatly appreciate you being here. Thank you guys very much. That was Francis Hare and the African Caribbean Dance Ensemble, guys. And they're coming back at the very end. Thank you very much. It's great. I want to welcome you all. Just a few announcements. First of all, it's been out already, but I want to just comment again. ESL is bringing their corporate headquarters downtown. They're coming down to Chestnut Street. It's going to bring 300-plus jobs, hopefully 500 jobs in a couple of years. And I want to thank Dave Fiedler, the CEO of ESL, for making that decision, and his board. It makes a huge statement about our city. I also want to thank so many people involved in City Hall, and I know Deputy Mayor Patty Malgeri, our Commissioner of Economic Development, Carlos Carabalata, Thad Schofield. I'm not sure if Thad is in the audience here, but he was recognized in the paper on Sunday. He's the behind-the-scenes person. Thad did a tremendous job on this. But great job. Phil Banks from Economic Development, Brian Ruin from Finance, Larry Seltzer from Parking, Don Crum from the Law Department, many others. Julio Vasquez from Community Development. Great team effort on behalf of a lot of people, but just a big impact for our city, and 300 to 500 jobs coming downtown. It really is it's a great thing for all of us, and it does not happen without hard work of people inside, and special kudos to everybody involved with that. On Monday, Senator Schumer was here. We were at a house over at Clay Avenue. It was actually 36 Clay Avenue. He is here to announce he'd like to see the block grants be doubled, which we would love to support him on that. But he was in a house that I think is a great testament to our housing folks in City Hall, and again, Julio Vasquez, Brett Garwood, and all the staff that work on housing, as well as the tremendous organizations throughout our community that work on housing. A beautiful house. There's 6 on that block alone. And what Senator Schumer is asking for, more money is to be directed to an effort like that. We support that. But he got a firsthand view, I think, of the community here in Rochester, how they work on these housing developments. And that's how you change neighborhoods. So we appreciate Senator Schumer being here. We appreciate all the great work. The Attorney General was here yesterday, Andrew Cuomo, right where we're standing. He was here to go over a new legislation that he is submitting, and it really is about protecting kids from sexual predators on the internet. We appreciate the legislation, has bipartisan support so far. It's one thing that I think has a huge impact, especially all of us who are parents, who are kids around the internet at all, and surfing the web and being on computers. He is looking at really trying to take very clear steps to keep registered sex offenders off the web and interacting with kids. And I thought it was great legislation that hits home. Chief Moore was here, and a number of people, DA Mike Green and others. Everybody fully supports this, so we appreciate all his work. Governor Spitzer was here this week as well. He's hoping to put $1 billion in upstate. As you know, he has already pledged $65 million to the Midtown site. That project is moving along. We had a briefing yesterday by Labella and Associates. It is moving along, and again, great work inside by people like Tom Richards from the Law Department, Carlos Carabalata from Economic Development. Steve Golding has been a point person from EDD as well. It's a huge public project. I say huge public-private partnership project, but one that's moving along very, very quickly, and has been just kudos for that. One thing before I got into the recognitions, we've been involved with budget meetings. We're going out to the community. We've had a budget meeting in each of the 4 quadrants of the city, and they have been just tremendous. We've had great feedback from our neighborhood and community leaders, and from business leaders to block club leaders, to those that run not-for-profits, umbrella groups. They have just been tremendous, and a lot of wonderful feedback about things that we can do. We're facing a $20.6 million gap. I don't want to sugarcoat that at all. It could be a very painful year, given even the finances across the state. But again, the best way to make the best decisions is ask those who we serve. And I think overall, these meetings have been great. We have 2 more scheduled, 2 larger meetings, more public meetings coming up, I think in the next 2.5 weeks. And then what we'll do is we'll be formulating our budget. And I think the community is going to see that the things that they put forth are going to be present. And it's going to be part of our budget submission. We're going to be making our weekly trips to Albany. We have not stopped. We met with Speaker Silver and Senator Bruno last week in Albany. We're going to keep on plugging away with that, but the realities are there. We had a little boost this year in state aid from the governor. but they have a huge gap as well. So we're going to keep on working hard, but I think we're going to be coming up with some painful, but perhaps I say painful decisions, but I look at it as maybe a great opportunity for us to look at doing some things very differently and still get in that $20 million gap. We're going to get right to the employee recognitions. We have a lot of stuff going on today. I'd like to have Charles Lamford come up. Charles Lamford III, 25 years of service, and also Commissioner Houlihan. Charles is here 25 years, currently at DES. Congratulations. Great milestone. Charlie was hired by the Office of Emergency Communications as a dispatcher in 1983. He worked there for over 15 years. In November of 1998, he transferred to DES Solid Waste Management, where he was recognized immediately for his level-headed approach to problem solving. Less than a year later, working out of title as an assistant superintendent, he was cited for his exceptional ability and professionalism. In November of 1999, he helped launch our first reorganization using a geographical information system to configure refuse and recycling routes. In May of 2000, he was awarded the Excellence in Service Team Award from Mayor Johnson for this project. In May of 2004, Superintendent Karen Simone nominated him for Employee of the Month for rescuing 3 little kittens that went for a ride in a garbage truck. And great job on that, Charlie. In October of 2005, after 6 years of out-of-title and temporary assignments, he was promoted to the Assistant Operations Superintendent. In fall of 2007, he was promoted to Operations Superintendent at DES Special Services, where he continues to hone his exceptional skills to this day. 25 years of great service. Listening to his career, everywhere he's gone, he's done an exceptional job. And I want to add this for not only for Charlie and Paul Houlihan, but for all of DES. Every time we ask customers about our services, time and time again, DES is rated so highly with the job they do. So kudos to the men and women of that organization. And Charlie, 25 years of great service. I thank you. I have a certificate of service, a pin, and a microphone.
Me go to a meeting without saying something? Not going to happen. It's been a pleasure to work for the city, but if my career can be counted as any kind of a success, it's because of the caliber of people that I've been working with. I don't want to use the word old, but I have previous mentors, Lou Gilmet, Karen Simone, Gene Lupinetti, and I have a new mentor, Paul Noto. So we'll see what the next time brings. And it's been a pleasure, actually, to work for the city. Thank you.
Thanks so much. Thanks. 25 years of service. Thank you so much, Charlie, you and your family. Next up is Patty DeGennaro from the RPD. Patty's being honored for 35 years of service by Chief Moore. She started when she was 4 years old. I do, but this is a great one. On behalf of the City Hall and the RPD, we want to extend our best wishes to Patty. 35 years of outstanding service to the city. Throughout Patty's career, she has done an outstanding job and served our community with distinction. Patty is an extremely valued member of the RPD and will always be part of that RPD family. She started working for the city in October of 1972, right after high school. She worked in the city court and City Hall's assessor's office before transferring to the police department. Her work performance has been outstanding. Her duties, she performs them in a very diligent manner, has great responsibilities. She has been just a key person in the personnel and payroll section of the police department for as long as I can remember. But I'm going to give her the microphone in a minute, but here's somebody having personal contact with for a big part of my career. What a great personality, what a great public servant, always looks for ways to get the job done. Does the kind of job behind the scenes that nobody notices unless their paycheck doesn't show up on time, and then they do notice right away. But it represents a group of people in city government who do an extraordinary job, and you don't realize what they do. It is so valuable. But she is just an outstanding employee, and 35 years of service is just outstanding. And her husband's in the back, Steve DeGennaro, who's retired from the RPD and now works for Attorney General Como. I want to thank them both. But Patty, I want to wish you the very best. 35 years of great service to you, and I want to thank you for that. We have a City of Rochester pin, and also the gold watch is coming. It's going to be coming. But I would wish you the very best. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. I do have to say one thing, that the Rochester Police Department has been my family all these years, but especially these last few years, I have the best bosses in the world. Chris McDonald is one of them. Chief Markert Mike Smith is now my current boss, and I'm very thankful for the great support they've given me through the years, especially with my family. Thank you.
Congratulations. Great job. 35 years of service. I'll slip this in. Don't tell anybody, but today is Chief Moore's birthday, so I just want to go on record. Happy birthday, Chief. And I want to bring up next an outstanding organization right over here to my left and your right, Latinas Unidas. I want to bring up Daisy Elgreen, who is going to speak. We have Jonathan Burdick from the U of R, who's the Dean of Admissions. And I want Daisy to go through their plans. This is an outstanding organization. Daisy?
Thank you, Mayor. March is Women's History Month, so one of the things that Latinas Unidas wanted to do was to celebrate and have an event that celebrates our girls aged 7 to 17. And this year we got really, really lucky. I think the gods shined on us. And the first person that I want to acknowledge, and I don't mean to embarrass her, is Yvette Reynolds. She is the CEO of Trimar Consulting, and if it had not been because Yvette had a relationship with the U of R and was able to connect us, we made it to the U of R. So thank you, Yvette. I have two special people to my left. I have Jonathan Burdick, Dean of Admissions and Financial Aid, Office of College Enrollment. Welcome, Jonathan. And he's going to provide some remarks briefly. And I also want to acknowledge a brand new school board member, Melissa Campos, who is the rally's godmother. Jonathan, I'm going to pass the microphone over to you.
Thank you very much. Thanks, everyone. We're very proud at the University of Rochester to have the chance to be the hosts for this year's annual event. The young women who are coming, we think, are the future doctors and lawyers and engineers and teachers and city workers, and we hope at least a mayor or two in the crowd that'll be on campus on March 1st on Saturday. And in honor of the growing and expanding and significant partnerships between the university and the city, we wanted to present you, Mr. Mayor, with the new University of Rochester sweatshirt.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay. Thank you so much, Jonathan. And I want to thank Latinas Unidas at U of R, which does an extraordinary job partnering with so many things here, and thank you. And I'll wear that shirt with pride. Next, we have a very special recognition, and we try to always take time to recognize employees, members of our community, and children, and our kids in our city for great accomplishments. Today, I want to have you give a warm welcome to school number 4, who is here. We have our principal, Karen Jackson. I want to bring our principal up. This is a very, very special day.
So proud. This is great.
I'm not going to miss a word on this one. This is George Mather Forbes, school number 4, has been named in New York State Title I Distinguished School for improving student achievement and reducing the gap in performance among student groups from 1999 to 2006. Karen Jackson, who is our school principal, accepted the award on behalf of school number 4 at the annual conference of the National Association of Title I Directors on January 31st in Nashville, Tennessee. This award is presented to schools that demonstrate significant, sustained academic improvement despite having poverty rates of 35% or higher. School number 4, which has an 89% student poverty rate, earned the award by dramatically increasing the percentage of students meeting or exceeding New York State standards in English language arts and math. Since 1999, the school has increased its performance index, a measure used to quantify academic performance, by 90 points. In 2006, school number 4 met or exceeded state standards in both ELA and math. They reduced the gap in performance among young subgroups of students, including those from different ethnic groups, students with disabilities, and those who are English language learners. In 2006, the gap between the lowest performing subgroup and the school average was just 3 points in ELA and 2 points in math. School number 4 is only one of 2 schools in the entire state of New York to receive this distinguished honor. And I'm going to give this. I'm going to have Karen speak in a minute. We're going to give the principal a official city pen and pencil set. that we're going to give. But I'm going to turn the microphone over. We always hear bad news. We always hear things that perhaps are not great. Here is an example of a school, and I think the leadership starts right with the principal in school number 4. What she has done with these students is extraordinary. And every child and parent who is here at school number 4 deserves a big round of applause. This is a great source of pride. I'm going to turn over to Karen.
Mayor Duffy and staff. School number 4, students, staff, and parents were honored for this recognition. Just to let you know, this is one of our students, Nasir Addison. He's going to read you a poem about how the staff and the parents feel about all of our students at school number 4. He's going to read this poem to you because when you think of school number 4, we want you to think about our students.
A diamond, a child. Deep beneath the earth lies a precious gem, full of promise to be something stunning, unpolished and awaiting this moment to shine. Deep beneath the outer skin lies a precious little soul, full of promise to be beautiful, inexperienced and awaiting the moment to stand out, cut to perfection to reflect the light. Its brilliance is exposed, capturing the attention of so many. Nurtured and modeled to instill values of self-worth, the inner qualities are revealed, letting the light from within shine. Imperfections are a reminder of its natural identity. Being flawless without blemish is somewhat rare. It doesn't mean that no one will want it. Imperfections are a reminder that there is still work to do, continuing to teach and meet the needs of that little soul. The world appreciating the work in progress, recognizing there are many characteristics that impact this value. The most important characteristic may vary depending on what it is and what it is desired. Recognizing there are many people that impact their lives. The most important are you and I, responding for who they are, what they learn, and the values they live by. In either case, the world awaiting the finished start. A diamond, a child.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is success. I think to our great principal and the students and the parents, thank you. And I know from my experience, school number 4 has been a map location for many years. It is a school that really is all about success. That is tremendous. One of 2 schools in New York State. And we look at the challenges that our kids face. That to me, we all should be very, very proud of that. And kudos also to Superintendent Jean-Claude Brizard, who cannot be today. I think it's just great reflection on the school district, on School 4, on the leadership, the parents, and the kids. Just beautiful. And our last presentation, before we get back to our dance ensemble, I didn't get a chance to watch TV this week, or this past week when the Grammys were on, but you know what? Aside from honoring a great school, we have another young man, a member of a city school district here, who performed on the Grammys. I want to have you welcome Timothy Mitchum out here. This is huge. Tim is 15. He's a sophomore at School of the Arts. He started performing at 8 years of age and hasn't stopped since. At 11 years old, he auditioned and got the part of Simba in Broadway's Tony Award-winning The Lion King. This past summer, Timothy made his first appearance at the Rochester Music Fest. He's done 2 movies, Across the Universe, starring Bono, a Julie Taymor production, and August Rush, starring Robin Williams and Freddie Highmore. Most recently, Timothy performed a Beatles song called Let It Be at the Grammys and met his idol Stevie Wonder backstage. I hear he was jamming with a harmonica with Stevie Wonder. He just came back from L.A. where he taped the Ellen DeGeneres show. Ellen saw his performance at the Grammys and asked Timothy to come on the show. Now I'm going to take him off the hook because he's not feeling well, so he can't sing. But I said to Timothy over here, I had a chance to meet him for the first time today. We're all us older people will be older in our chairs watching this young man perform for many years to come. And I just was saying, I listened to somebody on the radio say, being given a Grammy is really an important thing. But being asked to perform at the Grammys is like the highest honor. And again, to his mom and dad who are here, Timothy's mom and dad are backstage as they were at the Grammys. I want to thank them. Mom and dad, come on out. Great job. Hey, behind every successful 15-year-old is a great mom and dad, but to perform at a Grammys, this is one more sign of pride for kids in this city and kids in our school district. And we've seen it time and time again that we have Cornell Mosley, who made it on the band with P. Diddy. We have kids from our city are showing time and time again. Not only do they compete here and across the state, they can go head-to-head with anybody across this country, and they're seeing it time and time again. And Timothy Mitchum, at 15 years of age, with a movie career on the Grammys, he's a superstar. And I want to give him a little certificate of recognition. And I'm going to talk.
I would like to just thank God, my parents for their support, City of Rochester for their support, because without support, I don't think any of this could have happened. And I just want to keep doing more stuff. I would like to think that I'm a role model for other kids, so other kids can hopefully do stuff like that.
He's not at a loss for words. Anyway, Timothy Mitchum, ladies and gentlemen, performed on a Grammys. I mean, again, a kid from our school district, our city, and for all the young people here, he didn't just happen to walk on stage. It's work and work and work. He worked so hard to get there, and to think of where he's at today at 15, God knows where he'll be when he's 20, 25, and 30. We're going to be reading about him and watching him on TV. Congratulations, Timothy. Great job. Congratulations, Mom and Dad. Congratulations. Great job. We're very proud of you, Tim. And thank you very much for coming. We're going to close off the show. We're going to bring Frances Hare back for the last performance. I thank you all for coming. Actually, I'm going to give Frances Hare, before she performs, I want to give her a little certificate, and thank you so much for coming. You guys are wonderful, great entertainment, and it just kind of captures the end of a great day. But I hope you really understand the enormity of what you saw today with young people from our city. I think it is just great. So as we finish up, I want to welcome Frances Hare and the ensemble back out. I want to thank you all for coming. Have a great weekend, and Frances, take it away.
Sunday.
Francis Hare and the African Caribbean Dance Ensemble. Guys, thank you so much. Thank you. Have a great day. Thanks, guys. Have a great weekend. Thank you. That's all. Have a great day, folks.